Hey there, this is me again, and here I am with this video. So, I just met Amira. Actually, Amira is my neighbor's daughter. So, I met Amira, and she was crying because she broke a toy. So, I simply asked her that, why are you crying, Amira? And she said, Ki Didi, I broke that particular toy. Amira is like nearly 4 years or 5 years, right? So she said, Ki Didi, I broke that particular toy, and then Mama scolded me, and now she's pissed off. So that's why I'm crying. And I said, okay, why is she pissed off? So she simply replied me कि she said कि मेरी बेटी ने ऐसा मेरी बेटी ने वो टॉय को कैसे तोड़ा, right? She has a cousin too. So she said कि मम्मा ने उसे भी सेम दिलवाया था, मुझे भी सेम दिलवाया था, बट आई ब्रोक दैट टुडे, राइट? सो मम्मा टोल्ड मी कि मेरी बेटी ने क्यों तोड़ा, उस रैंडम जो भी था एक्सपाइजेड बच्चा, उसने तो जस्ट इग्नोर द बैकग्राउंड वॉइस, ठीक है, इट्स फ्रॉम द मायराज होम ओनली, राइट? सो शी टोल्ड मी कि मम्मा ने मुझे बोला कि वो एक्सपाइजेड जो बच्चा था उसने तो उस टॉय का ब्रेक नहीं किया, सो तुमने उसको ब्रेक क्यों किया, राइट? एंड शी स्टार्टेड क्राइंग, शी सेड दीदी दिस दीदी दैट, शी इज स्टिल अ बेबी, राइट? बट स्टिल शी टोल्ड मी, राइट? So, just after I had that, not a conversation, but whatever it is with Amira, I got uh, a thought just hit my mind, and that thought is ki, uh, her mama, like Amira's mama, is not focusing on the mistake she has done, right? She is not focusing. See, I respect all the elders out there, right? This video isn't about the elders out there, and this video isn't dedicated to them, right? I respect you all, and I made this channel for the people who are my age and people who are way too younger than me, right? So this channel isn't about the people who are older than me, so I'm here giving them advice or something. No, it's not at all about you. So just don't judge me in any aspect. So I respect all the elders out there, but still, this is what I got out of the whole conversation. What I got out of that is that Amira's mama is focusing on the mistake. She's not focusing on the mistake Amira did. She's focusing on the character who did that mistake. And she came up with the whole idea. She came up with the whole thought of like scolding Amira on that particular thing, regarding that particular thing, that Amira, how could you, उस random बच्चे ने तो नहीं किया, तुमने उसको क्यों तोड़ दिया, right? See, it isn't about कि she's pissed off because of that toy Amira broke. No, she's pissed off because her daughter did that, right? And I still remember in the very beginning days, when I started this channel, I got 2 or 3 comments saying, not saying the same thing. That comments holds that, I don't remember the exact wordings, but that comment says कि parents बोलते हैं or something. And in this respect too, I received an email too. I didn't share that because that person told me not to make their story public, make his story public, right? So that email holds the same thing, that parents bolte hain, and many more things like that. So again, I'm saying, I'm not here advising any adults out there, या मुझसे जो बहुत एल्डर लोग हैं उनको मैं कोई वो नहीं कर रही हूँ. आई मेड दिस चैनल फॉर द पीपल हु आर ऑफ माई एज एंड यंगर, so yeah. So, yeah, Amira's mama is too focused on the character who did that mistake. And because she's not pissed off because Amira broke that particular toy, she is pissed off over Amira that her daughter did that particular mistake or something, something, something. It's not about they are not financially stable. No, they are like way too good, right? So it's not about that toy. So what I want to tell you all, that see, Amara is just a child, right? वो आज रो के कल भूल जाएगी, राइट? बट द पीपल जैसे जो the people who got themselves into the competitive exam thing on everything, right? So maybe they didn't pass the criteria at the very first attempt, or you know what I mean, right? So the people, their loved ones, see, if any other person, कुछ भी कोई भी रैंडम पर्सन तुमको आके ठीक है तुम्हारे करियर के बारे में बोल के चले जाएगा, यू फील दैट थिंग कि तुमको लगेगा बुरा, बट उसके बाद शायद आप लाइक व्हाट आई मीन टू से इज कि आपको लगेगा वीडियो, आपको आपको लगेगा, आपको उनकी बातें थोड़ी सी हिट कर सकती है, बट यू विल गेट आउट ऑफ दैट इजीली, कि आपको पता है कि हाँ ठीक है, ऑल राइट राइट। बट व्हेन दैट सेम थिंग हैपेंस विद योर लव्ड वंस, राइट, कि जब वो आपके लव्ड वंस आपको किसी चीज़ के बारे में कुछ ऐसी चीज़ें कभी कभी बोल देते हैं, एज इन फ्रस्ट्रेशन में ही सही बोल देते हैं, जहाँ पे वो उस मिस्टेक को ना हाईलाइट करके उस कैरेक्टर को हाईलाइट करते हैं जिसने वो मिस्टेक की है, सो यू फील दैट थिंग अप टू अ डेप्थ। व्हाई? बिकॉज कहीं ना कहीं यू हैव दैट ट्रस्ट टुवर्ड्स दैम, एंड तुमको ऐसा लगता है कि यार इन्होंने कहा है तो क्या ये बात सच सच भी हो सकती है, राइट। सो व्हाट दे यूजुअली डू इज दैट कि फ्रस्ट्रेशन में कभी कभी एक अलग लेवल के सेंटेंसेस बाहर आ जाते हैं, राइट। But I don't know it's about what or what not. But I guess kahin na kahin, our mind shifted to a sensitive zone, right? Whenever you are preparing for an exam or whenever you are into something, and you are like into something, right? So any sentence which is against that particular thing you are pursuing hits you up to another extent. And I guess there's nothing, इसमें ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है कि ऐसा नहीं होता है, बहुत सौ के साथ ऐसा होता है, इट्स वेरी नॉर्मल, राइट। सो व्हेन योर लव्ड वंस टेल यू कि तुमसे वो गलती हुई है, उसने भी तो सेम चीज़ फॉलो की, उससे तो ये गलती नहीं हुई, तुमने वो गलती कैसे कर दी, मेरी बेटी ने ये गलती कैसे कर दी, मेरे बेटे ने ये गलती कैसे कर दी, मेरी फ्रेंड ने ये गलती कैसे कर दी, राइट। सो यू फील दैट थिंग अप टू एन एक्सटेंड कि यार सही तो नहीं है, कि यार मुझसे ये गलती कैसे हो गई, मैंने ये गलती कैसे कर दी, मैं तो इनकी मतलब इनके बेटे से इनकी बेटी से गलती कैसे हो गई, उनके बेटे से तो नहीं हुई, उनकी बेटी से तो नहीं हुई, राइट। सो दैट थिंग कहीं ना कहीं इट हिट्स you in a different manner. And I still don't know about the people, yeah, who are way too older than me, right? But I do know about the mindset of the teenagers and the people who are of my age. Somehow somewhere it hits your mind, and it literally you know it crushes your mind up to another extent that you feel like all right, क्या ये सचमुच रियल तो नहीं है, राइट। एंड देन दैट लूप्स follow you, that loops of overthinking, that loops of anxiety, and everything just follows you. What I want to tell you through this video is that ki, see, you yourself know this way too better than me, that it was a mistake, it was a mistake, या बहुत सारी मिस्टेक्स हो सकती हैं, जो भी हो सकती हैं, राइट। सो अमायरा को भी एग्जैक्टली ये सेम बात पता है कि ठीक है, उसने वो टॉय को ब्रेक किया, उसको नेक्स्ट टाइम से वो टॉय को ब्रेक नहीं करना है, राइट। एंड उसकी मम्मा को भी ये बात शी नोज वेल, राइट, कि ठीक है उनकी बेटी ने वो उसको तोड़ा है, अब नेक्स्ट टाइम से ऐसा नहीं होगा, राइट। बट स्टिल शी इज ऑब्सेसिंग ओवर द कैरेक्टर हु डिड दैट मिस्टेक, एंड the moment she started obsessing over the character who did that mistake, Amira followed the same thing, and kahin na kahin somehow it impacted her mind, right? So as being all the Amiras out there, all the Amiras, all the uh, male Amiras, oh sorry, not male Amiras, all the XYZ out there, right? You need to remember this, and you need to learn this in your life, right? That you have to focus on the mistake and not on the character who did that particular mistake. Because the moment you enter in that loop of the character who did that mistake, dude, coming out from that particular loop will take you years to come out, and still you won't be able to get out from it. I have felt that, I have experienced that in my uh, yeah, in my school days, in my school years. So I can really bet कि it takes times to be out of that. And as I always say is that being physically okay is way too easier than being mentally okay after a point in your life, right? If you've suffered something mentally, so it takes time, it takes your time to just get out of that particular thing, if you're not seeking any help. Yeah, so I guess it takes time, because it took me much time to get out of this thing, so get out of that whole loop wala thing, and everything, right? So yeah, I guess it's time to end this video. I'll just summarize the whole thing. What I really wanted to convey through this video to all the people who are of my age and people who are younger than me is that you made a mistake in your life, that's all right. अब वो हो गई, अब you can't change that, right? But when people, when your loved ones, just criticize that character, not criticize is not the correct sentence, but when they say, when those harsh sentences just slips from their just slips from their mouth towards you, कि यार, yeah, all right. So when those kind of harsh sentences just slips from their mouth towards you, you have to remember that you have to remember the mistake and not the character they have been talking about. Because the moment you start, criticizing the character and saying shit about that character and going much into that character did that mistake thing, it takes time for you to get out of that particular thing, and फिर शायद उस एक mistake को सुधारने में you will ended up doing making more and more mistakes in your life. So don't get obsessed over that character who did that mistake. Follow the mistake, analyze the mistake and find out क्या लाइफ में अच्छा कर सकते हो. एंड डू रिमेंबर डूड, आज का दिन, आज जितने बड़े हो, राइट, आज का दिन कभी नहीं आने वाला है, सो लिव योर लाइफ एंड खुद से प्यार करना सीख लो यार, ट्रस्ट मी, बिकॉज खुद से प्यार करना इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग एनी पर्सन कैन हैव इन देयर लाइफ. Just learn to love yourself, just learn to love this life, because you know yeah, just I'm not gonna say anything more, right? आज का दिन वापस कभी नहीं आने वाला है, you won't be today year old, right? Tomorrow कुछ और होगा, उसके बाद कुछ और होगा, right? So do remember, live your life up to another extent यार, कि तुम्हें भी लगे कि वाह यार सही था, सही जिया, बिकॉज तुम्हें कभी कभी लाइफ में लगता है कि यार मिस हो गया यार, यार ऐसा हो गया यार, यार वैसा हो गया. डोंट लेट दैट थिंग्स हॉन्ट्स यू, डोंट लेट दैट मेमोरीज, यू नो नॉट द मेमोरी, डोंट लेट दैट थॉट हॉन्ट्स यू कि यार इतना टाइम निकल गया यार, कि यार सही नहीं था यार ये कुछ, जो साल गए हैं लाइफ के, राइट, काश ये सही होते और समथिंग लाइक दैट. सो लिव एवरी डे और खुद से प्यार करना सीखो एंड खुद को मोटिवेट करते रहो यार, बिकॉज ट्रस्ट मी, देयर इज नो वन आउट देयर हु गोना डू दैट फॉर यू. एंड yeah, I guess it's time to end this video. So yeah, thank you for stopping by, because trust me, no one really did. And Amara gave me a content for this video. So I just want to tell you all that don't focus on the character with that mistake. Focus on the mistake, work on it, and life को सही बनाओ. This is the failed life.